in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go, first play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. So after the INT, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. The play clock's running down. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Whitney merciless. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play fake, and it's Watson. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. On play action, Wentz. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down an update from there. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go! Check 27. Ohio! Ohio! Let's run! Let's go! Let's run! What? Ohio! Let's run! Let's go! Let's run! Red 38! Red 38!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. From the gun, here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Watson on first down. Bulldozes past him. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Whoa. Let's get it. Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Let's go. Grand 38. Ohio. Let's go. Let's go.
Watson off play action. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Here's Watson now on second down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And out come the Eagles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Play action. Now Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
After the interception, here's Watson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On second down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton leading the charge offensively. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll go with Foreman, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Shotgun now for Wentz. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A good pickup there of 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Wentz to throw on second down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. They find some open field here. The 20. And this results in 6. Touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Suck up for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 1st down, Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now Wentz on third down. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Let's go! What? Hey, Ohio! Ohio! Got four down. Ohio! Here we go!
They run again with Foreman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Watson. Powers through it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go! White, 90! White, 90! Black, let's go!
This is Alfred Blue. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down right at the 45. A gain of 3, second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 1, 9. Here we go. 38.
From the 50, it's Watson. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here we go.
This is the running back, Blue. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They go again with Blue. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. 190. 190. Here we go. 190. Let's go. Grand 38.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. Cam Newton with one touchdown pass thus far. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down, here's Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. An Eagle first down, Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wentz now on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Wentz will try again on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas, and it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Cam Newton, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Extra point try now for Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done.